The extracted file. 1. The general's silence. The man who knew too much. They tell you the sky is empty. They tell you the signals are just space noise. But General William Neal McCasland knew the truth. And that truth is exactly why he is no longer among us. Imagine a man, a 2-star general, the commander of the Air Force Research Laboratory, the man who sat at the heart of every black budget project in the United States. He wasn't just a soldier, he was the gatekeeper of the architects. One night in 2025, McCasland sent an encrypted transmission to a private server. It wasn't about politics. It wasn't about war. It was a warning. He found something in the 2026 propulsion data that suggested we aren't being visited, we are being harvested. The discovery, the 2026 blueprint. McCasland had access to the material science files, alien alloys that shouldn't exist on Earth. He realized that the technology we've been using, our phones, our satellites, our AI, it was all a gift from the architects. But it came with a kill switch. He discovered that in May 2026, that switch will be flipped. A global frequency shift that will turn our own technology against us. He tried to reach out to the highest levels of power, even leaked information to those who could spread it. But the walls started closing in. He knew they were coming for him. In his last recorded memo, his voice was trembling, a man of war, reduced to a whisper of pure terror. He said, "They are already in the room. They don't use doors." The vanishing, the extraction. On a Tuesday morning, the general entered his high-security office at the Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, the most secure facility on the planet. Armed guards, biometric locks, 0 blind spots. Inside his office, the cameras flickered for exactly 3 seconds. Just 3 seconds of static. When the feed returned, the room was empty. No struggle, no blood, no forced entry, just his military cap resting on the desk, and a glass of water that was still vibrating, as if a massive engine had just passed through the ceiling. The Pentagon scrubbed his files. The media called it an early retirement. But we know, you don't retire from the architects. You are simply extracted. The fear. Are you next? Why did they take him? Because he had the key to surviving the 2026 blackout. And now, that key is gone. Look around you. The technology he warned us about is in your hand right now. It's listening. It's tracking your pulse, waiting for the 2026 signal. Do you feel safe tonight? Do you really think your locked doors will stop a force that can pull a general out of a nuclear-proof bunker? Don't look at the shadows in the corner of your room. They want you to notice them. The cliffhanger. This is only file number 1. There are 11 more files, 11 more geniuses, 11 more lives erased from history. I will open the next file soon, if I'm still here to do it. The countdown to 2026 has begun. Are you ready to see the rest? But wait, the real terror isn't that General McCasland vanished. The real terror is who took him. In his final private journal, the general wrote something that will freeze your blood. He claimed the architects are already here, walking among us, wearing our skin like a suit. Think about it. That friend who suddenly acts a little different, that relative who stares at you a second too long without blinking, or even someone in your own house watching you breathe while you sleep. They have access to our DNA. They can mimic anyone. Tonight when you go to bed, don't look at your locked doors. Look into the eyes of the person sitting next to you. Is that really the person you know? Or is it just a mask, waiting for the May 2026 signal? Be careful, because the one who extracted the general wasn't a stranger. It was his most trusted guard. The next time a loved one leans in close, ask yourself one question. Is it still them? This was file number 1. In the next file, I will reveal the scientist who refused to recognize his own family, because he knew they weren't human anymore. Until then, stay away from the dark, and stay even further from those you trust.